Ben, I know you have a whole treasure trove of use cases. Give us one that you'd like to highlight that Red Hat was in the middle of.
Yeah, I just want to take it back real quick to what Brian said about the local decision making, and the word that was kind of floating there was augmentation, right? You're augmenting people's decision making. And I think most of the use cases that I've observed in the healthcare space is about augmentation of decision making. And the place, just to come back to the OpenAI conversation, the place where the VA is really pushing hard is in using large language models to augment the documentation that goes on around healthcare. So think, clinical notes. Whenever you see your doctor, they spend an equal amount of time writing a clinical note as they spent with you. And the idea here is that an LLM can actually write a lot of that clinical note, and the doctor can actually go in and edit it down for precision. The VA is going into a tech sprint specifically to take advantage of the commercial sector's ability to achieve that kind of outcome. And that's coming up in the next few months. And then the second one is discharge notes. So when you leave the doctor's office, you get a bunch of paper that tells you what you should be doing when you get home. But each one of us is very different, right? We may have a different primary language. We might have a poor education. And those kind of things affect our ability to disseminate and make sense of the discharge note itself. So the idea is to use a large language model to actually write the discharge note in the right context for the patient, so they can actually consume it. And this is a real great example of augmentation of the administrative and clinical staff at any hospital in the country in order to provide better quality of care for the patient.